From school and from his associates.
Now, during this time, earlier you had testified that there was a public rap beef between MO3 and Yellow Weezy. Is that correct?
Correct.
Route that you would take to get to. Thank you. Ms. Jackson, you are the same Ms. Jackson that was testifying yesterday afternoon. Is that correct?
Correct.
Do you remember where your address was in November of 2020?
No, I don't remember.
Do you remember where you lived or what area you lived in?
I stayed between the Oak Cliff and like the crossing of Oak Cliff and Duncanville area.
And where's that in relationship to like the courthouse? Is that close to here, far?
I would say about 15 minutes. It's a 15-minute drive. It's not too far.
Do you remember the route that you would take to get to from your apartment to I-35?
I would go down Ledbetter. I think that's Ledbetter. Mm-hmm.
Now, the car that Melvin was driving the day of November 10th, do you remember what kind of car that was?
I didn't even know what car he was in.
Okay. Did you have a visitor parking spot log?
Yes.
Okay. And can you explain why that was important for your apartment complex?
My apartment complex wanted us to log the license plate. So he sent the license plate, and I logged the license plate into the log.
Did you ever see the car that he was driving that day?
I don't recall that I did, no.
When you would see him drive, what kind of car would he drive?
He would drive a Corvette.
Do you happen to remember?
It was like a Stingray, I think. It was a convertible, a sports car.
Do you remember if he was driving a sports car the day of November 10th and 11th?
I don't think I remember if I knew what car he was in.
You want to approach the witness?
You may.
Ms. Jackson, I'm going to show you some photos and let me know if you recognize these individuals. Is that okay?
Okay.
I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 1003A. Do you recognize this as Devin Brown?
Yes.
Yesterday you said that you would call him Chicago. Is that correct?
Correct.
This is the same photo, just larger.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
And State's Exhibit 1004A, do you recognize this as being Jerry Johnson?
Sustained.
Do you know who this is?
Yes.
Who is that?
That's Jerry.
Okay, Jerry Johnson.
Yes.
And State's Exhibit 1005A, do you recognize this person?
That's Yellow.
Yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Is that also known as Marquise Conway?
Correct.
And State's Exhibit 1006A, do you recognize this person?
That's Freddie.
When you say Freddie, is that Trap Boy Freddie?
Correct.
Sustained.
And lastly, in State's Exhibit 1007, who is this?
That's Theo.
Do you know Theo's nickname?
I mean, I call him Theo.
1007A.
I know about Theo, but
Theo.
he got a nickname.
Your Honor, at this time, State offers State's Exhibit 1003A, 1004A, 1005A, 1006A, and 1007A for all purposes.
No, we're going to object to how it works.
What's the state's response?
Your Honor, this is, we've been saying a lot of names in this trial. This will help aid the jury in understanding who the parties are that we are speaking about.
Any other?
Some of these names we have not said, Your Honor. So we take so.
Your Honor, that will be developed throughout the rest of the testimony. But these are individuals that she has recognized and can authenticate that their faces and their names.
All right, defendant's objections are overruled. Six exhibits 1003A through 1007A are admitted for all purposes.
And Your Honor, permission to publish?
You may.
Okay. Who I'm posting now, this is Devin Brown, aka Chicago. This is the father to your two boys, is that right?
Correct.
104, this is Jerry Johnson, you know Jerry?
Yes.
A. This is Yellow Beezy.
Correct.
1006A, this is Trap Boy Freddy.
Correct.
And 1007A, this is Theodore Thomas.
Object, you're only known by Theo.
I'm sorry.
Correct.
I'm going to object, she only knows him by Theo.
I know about Theodore too. I went to school with him.
Okay. This Theo, does he go by any other name?
Jose Bodega, Your Honor.
Yes, I was asking the witness.
Oh, sorry.
I call him Theodore. He has a nickname, which is a rap name, but I went to school with him, so I don't call him his rap name. I call him Theo,
Theo?
but I know his name is Theodore.
Theodore. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, how do you know these individuals?
I went to school with 3 of them.
Which
And
three?
I went to school with Jerry, I went to school with Theo, and I went to school with Yella. And of course, I have kids by my child's father, and I know Freddie from just the internet.
Now,
I'm sorry, who did you go to school with? again?
I went to school with Jerry Johnson, Marquise Conway, and Theodore Thomas.
Thank you.
in 1003A, that's being on the screen, that's Devin Brown, right? That's your child's father?
Correct.
Okay. And this is, you said that y'all met in 2011?
Correct.
Now, were you and Devin, I'm sorry. Now, 1005A, is that who you went to school with?
Yes.
And did you go to school the whole time, or did you stay in that high school the whole time?
No, I didn't.
What other high schools did you go to?
I graduated from the Beginnings Christian Academy. I didn't graduate from Lancaster. I went to Lancaster probably 3 years.
Did Devin, do you know what high school Devin went to?
He went to DeSoto High School. He went to Lancaster, I believe, his freshman year, but I met him when I was going to my other school.
And did Devin know Yellow Beezy or Marquise Conway?
Yes,
How did he know him?
from school and from his associates.
Now, during this time, earlier you had testified that there was a public rap beef between MO3 and Yellow Beezy. Is that correct?
Correct.
Showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibits 834. Yesterday you testified that on November 17th you went to the Dallas Police Department and did a consent to search your cell phone as well as your son's cell phone. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And again, what was the reason that you wanted to do that?
I was just there to assist with the case, just give them my phone if they wanted to go through my phone, talk to them about him leaving my house, and just give them any information that they needed.
And you see the date that's written on here. This is an extraction report, a cell bite extraction report. You see where it says cell bite up here?
Yes,
An extraction report.
yes.
You see that this date is, well, what date is this?
Objection, the witness is reading from a piece of paper that's not even from evidence.
Sustained.
Do you recall your telephone number at that time?
No,
Do you recall your email address?
I have several email addresses. I probably do.
It's Jocelyn Jackson at yahoo.com, one of them?
Yes.
You said you would sometimes communicate with Devin through Trey's phone, is that right?
If he had me blocked.
So at one point, you said you had you blocked. Did Devin block you at some point?
He blocked me, I believe, in September of 2020.
And so because he had blocked you on your phone, sometimes you would message him off of Trey's phone?
Yes,
You had access to Trey's phone?
I did.
I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 838. Do you recognize this photo?
No,
Do you recognize, or do you know what Trey had Devin saved in his phone?
Dad.
Dad, okay. And you said you called Devin Chicago, is that right?
Correct.
He's from Chicago,
Correct.
has a Chicago area code.
Correct.
Do you recall this as being Devin's phone number?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember taking a screenshot of Trey's cell phone for detectives?
Yes, I did.
Do you remember that there were phone calls between Devin and Trey on November 10th and then November 11th?
I only found out on November 11th that there were phone calls.
Okay. And November 10th that there were phone calls from Devin to Trey. Is that correct?
Correct.
And in State's Exhibit 839, we see the same name as Dad with a green heart. Is that correct?
Correct.
The same number from State's Exhibit 838. Is that right?
Correct.
And the incoming phone calls from Devin to Trey on November.
Object to her again, when she's having a witness sponsor a piece of paper or a picture that's not in evidence.
Well, ask the witness to identify what's in the photo. Don't tell her what's in the photo.
Okay, but you can't identify what's in the photos. Is that right?
Yes.
And in State's Exhibit 840, again, do you recognize what's the contents of these photos?
Yes.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time, State offers State's Exhibit 838, 839, and 840, which are photos for all purposes.
What was 839 again?
Photos of the cell phone, screenshot of the cell phone.
Okay. No. Screenshot of Trey's cell phone?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm going to object to State Exhibit 838. Initially, when asked, the witness said she didn't even know what this was and couldn't recognize it. And 839 to 840. So, improper identification.
Okay, they're talking about 838 through 840 is improper identification or just
Authentication. 838, 839 to 840.
Okay. Let me see 838. Is that the one with Chicago's phone number on it that the witness recognized?
I think she asked her about 839, not 830. 8:30.
Okay, the witness stated that that's Chicago's phone number, which is Chicago area code. Is that your recollection?
For 8:39 at 8:40.
For 838. And 839 appears to be a screenshot that she took. Is that what the witness said?
Yes, Your
About
Honor.
Trey's phone?
Yes, Your Honor.
And this is at 840, what was 848?
It was again a screenshot of Trey's phone.
Okay, taken by this witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Defense objections are overruled. This is at 838 through 840 are admitted for all purposes.
Commissioner Public Comment?
You may.
I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 838. We see that this was the screenshot that you took of Trey's phone. Is that right?
Yes.
Says Dad, and we know that Dad was saved in Trey's phone. That was Devin.
Correct.
This was his telephone number, the 312-623-8475.
Correct.
We see that there was an incoming call on November 10th at 6:35 p.m. Is that right?
Correct.
On State's Exhibit 839, we still see that same name that's saved as Dad and that same telephone number as State's Exhibit 838. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then the incoming calls, what time were these incoming calls coming in on November 10th? Can you see that?
Yes, 6:57 p.m., 6:54 p.m., and 6:36 p.m.
Looking at State's Exhibit 840, we see that it's a screenshot of the calls that Devin was calling Trey on November 11th. Is that right?
Yes.
And what time were those calls coming in at?
10:48 a.m., 10:49, and 11:21 a.m.
And at this time, was Devin having much communication with Trey?
Honestly, I don't know. If they talked to their dad on their phone, it wasn't nothing that I was asking about. I didn't. So if they talked to him, they talked to him.
Yesterday, you had testified that Devin asked Trey to go to breakfast with him on November 11th. Is that right?
Correct.
You said no.
Yes.
And again, why did you say no?
He had me blocked since September, and I believe that he hadn't seen my boys in a while, so I was just like, no, they can't go, and it was just on a Wednesday, so I was like, no.
Was that out of the ordinary with Devin?
Yeah.
Yesterday, you had said that something didn't seem right once you found out that Melvin was killed. Is that right?
Correct.
What was going through your mind with all the events that were going on that morning and with Trey?
I think that I just.
Speculation.
Sustained.
Your Honor, it's her presence impression of what was going on that day.
She's gonna speculate to anything, Your Honor, and object.
She testified yesterday that she contacted police because of what happened.
Right, but you're asking her, to express speculative feelings.
Your Honor, it's her presence and impression after the person that she has a romantic relationship with, she's found out that he's been shot on the
Objection
freeway.
to speaking.
I'm explaining how it's a presence and impression.
Go ahead.
At that moment, she's found out now that the person she has a romantic relationship with has been shot on the freeway. It's her present sense impression of what is taking place and the reason for why she came forward to the police. It's not speculation. It's why she ended up doing what she did and why she came forward to the police. The police
Okay,
didn't
now,
come to
if
her.
that's what she's going to testify to, then I'll allow that, but if she's going to speculate about what may have happened, or, you know, what could have happened, then I'll not allow that.
And
So
if
if
that-
you're tailoring it to why she went to the police,
Okay.
then that's fine.
I went to the police because I feel like my kid's father had something to do
I'm
with
gonna
it.
object to speculation again.
Your Honor, she's answering the question that's exactly.
Overruled, go ahead. What was your answer?
I knew, I just knew, my intuition told me,
That Devin had something to do with this.
yes.
And did you reach out to Devin to ask him about that?
I asked my son first. I asked my son if his daddy asked if Melvin was at my house. That's how it went. My intuition picked up, and I asked my son, had he talked to, did his daddy ask if he was at my house? And my son told me yes.
When you say he, you're talking about that Melvin was at your house?
My son told me that he told that his dad asked if Melvin was at his.
Sir, are you part of this team? Because I can hear your voice all the way from here. Or are you,
Yes,
I mean, who's taking on the witness?
No,
Because I can hear him from here.
We'll make sure he is.
So he needs to come to whisper to counsel, but I don't want to hear several voices. Okay. All right, so as to hearsay,
What the little boy was about to say or was telling his mother. That's what she was testifying.
that's the same.
So because of what Trey told you, you reached out to Devin, is that right?
Yes.
Now, we met earlier this month, is that right?
Yes.
And we went over some text messages between you and Devin, is that right?
Correct.
Do you recall those text messages?
I didn't remember until you showed me, honestly. It's been so long.
Just briefly look at these messages and see if you, don't read them out loud, but just see if you recall having this conversation with Devin. And you can flip the pages if you need to.
I'm green, right?
You are.
Okay.
You remember that conversation? You recall that conversation?
Yes.
Do you happen to remember your son's telephone number?
No.
If I show you something to refresh your memory from your cell phone extraction where it has your son's telephone number, would you recognize what you would put Trey's name in your phone?
Yes.
What did you have? Well, what do you remember? What you had Trey's number in your phone or name?
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Mm-hmm.
You said you had him as Sunshine?
Yes.
Do you recall that being his number?
Yes.
Okay. And it's last digits ending in 7433?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what I'm showing you has been marked as State's Exhibit 1135A. Earlier, you testified to State's Exhibit 838 that Chicago's number was that 312 number. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And this number, we see that there's a 469 number that's ending in 7433. Do you recognize that number?
That's Trey's phone.
That's Trey's phone. Okay, so State's Exhibit 135A would be text messages between Devin and your son Trey. Is that right?
Correct.
But looking at State's Exhibit 1135, you recognize these messages as your communication to Devin. Is that right?
Yes.
Here at this time, State offers State's Exhibit 1135A for record purposes and 1135 for all purposes.
Any objections?
One second, Your Honor. No objections to 1135 or 1135A.
Thank you. Six exhibits 1135A and 1135 were admitted. 1135A for record purposes only.
Can we approach briefly?
Sure. Any other questions for this witness?
Yes, Your Honor, can I just have just a few moments? Thank you, Your Honor. Hey, Jocelyn, you said you didn't remember what your telephone number was at the time, is that
No.
correct?
No.
Okay. And looking at State's Exhibit 834, you recognize that that says Jocelyn Jackson, Apple iPhone 11? Is that
Yes.
correct? Does that help refresh your recollection as what your telephone number was on November, or in November of 2020?
Maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that's my number. I change my number a lot.
Okay. Fair. Do you recognize your email address?
Yes.
Okay. So you recognize this as being from what you gave police officers on November 11th of 2020 when you consented to the search of your phone?
Yes.
And do you also, in preparation for trial, we did go over certain contacts that were in your phone. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Okay. One of those contacts that was Chicago's telephone number, is that right?
Correct.
And that's that 312 number?
Yes.
As well as, do you recall, earlier you testified that you called Melvin Momo, is that right?
Yes.
And does this help refresh your recollection about the telephone number that you would use to communicate with him?
Yes.
And you also see that your son's name is listed as Sunshine and his number, is that right?
Yes.
And looking at State's Exhibit 836, do you recognize this as a conversation with you and Trey?
Yes.
What exhibit is that?
State's Exhibit 836.
Thank you.
And this came from your cell phone, is that right?
Yes.
Says Jocelyn Jackson and with Sunshine?
Yes.
That's Trey. Your telephone number was 469-773-0062.
Yes.
Trey's telephone number was 469-773-7433. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And did you recognize the conversations between you and Trey? This would have been November 10th of 2020 through November 11th.
Yes.
Do you want to review that one? And you did say that Devin asked if he could come get the boys for breakfast, is that right?
Yes.
And that Trey asked your permission for that?
Correct.
And did Trey text that or ask through text messages?
Yes.
And sometimes y'all would text with each other?
Yes.
And around what time did he text you to ask to go to?
I believe she's testifying from a document, not admitting to evidence.
Thank you.
Do you remember what time that was?
It was around 10.
Last time, State Officer States said 8:34, 8:35, and 836 for record purposes. Sorry, all purposes.
834, 835, and 836.
Yes, Your Honor, for all
What
purposes.
was 835?
835 were the contacts, the select contacts in Jocelyn Jackson's phone.
No objections to State Exhibit 834, 835, and 836, Your Honor.
Thank you. 6 exhibits 834, 835, and 836 are admitted for all purposes.
Judge Jocelyn, you said that when you found out that Devin knew that Melvin was at your apartment, you texted him, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Your Honor, permission to publish 1135?
You may.
There's a screen to your left if that's easier for you to see. All right, now you said that your number, or you recall that your number is
Can you
469.
give that in for members of the jury?
Sorry, Your
I
Honor?
don't think the jury can see it here.
You said that your number was 7433, is that right?
That's Trey's number.
Trey's number, and so Trey's messages would be in blue. Is
Correct.
That right?
Mm-hmm.
And then that 312-623-8475, that would be responses from Chicago or Devin. Is that right?
Correct.
And you said you received a phone call around 12, around 12 that Melvin had been killed. Is that
Correct.
right? And so from there you started texting Devin.
Yes.
And what did you tell Devin?
All my kids, you did.
Why did you say that to him?
Because I knew that he had something to do with it.
On page 44 of 1135, you texted him again. Is that correct?
Correct.
And what did you say?
You did, B-word.
And he responded at 2:40 p.m. saying, "Lame ass bitch, you've been having my kids around MFs, know something like this can happen. No one gets beef out there in the city. I really don't understand. You think you so smart. You dumb AF. That could have been my kids. Stupid hoe. I never gave AF about you or anything you do or who you do it with. I just prayed my kids safe because you dumbass keep up around some mess. Bitch, they could have got killed and got the nerve to try to put this shit on me. Nigga, fuck you and everything you stand for. It's up, I promise you. What was he talking about? You said that there was beef, right?
Yes.
How did you respond?
I said I hope they kill him. People were saying that I had something to do with it. I was furious. I was pissed.
Did you have anything to do with this?
No.
And that's why you messaged Devin, right?
Correct.
And you were upset. Is that correct?
I was angry.
And in fact, you messaged him a lot after that. Is that correct?
Yes.
At 5:40, what did you tell him?
You did that for what? To be accepted by some niggas who don't care about you? That's fucked up. You know better. You know you wrong. You hurt me for real on my kids. You wrong. You so bitter and miserable. My kids will never see you again. You wrong. You're so wrong.
And then lastly, you messaged.
Why?
Did Devin ever respond?
No.
You want to maybe just have one moment?
Yes.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. I'll pass the witness. Dr. Stephen. Ms. Jackson.
You talked about your relationship with MO3,
Yes.
and you called him Momo.
Correct.
Okay. And you said you knew him since 2017?
17. Yes.
And how often did y'all talk in 2017?
Sporadically.
And what's sporadic?
Every now and then.
And what's
Not a
every
lot.
now and then?
Not a lot.
Like once a month? Once every
Maybe. I don't remember.
Okay. And 2018, was it still sporadic that y'all talked?
I don't remember.
You don't remember how many times you were talking or the conversations?
No.
Were they consistent?
No, I don't think so. Not in 2018, no.
In 2019, how often would you talk to him?
When we started talking, I talked to him often.
So you started talking to him in 2020, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you said you dated him for about 4 months.
About 3-4 months, yeah.
So that means that you probably started dating him back in August of 2020?
I think, I don't remember.
You don't remember when you started dating?
I think it was July.
July? And where were you living in July 2020?
In Duncanville. Duncanville across Oak Cliff area, Duncanville. It's, when you cross Duncanville, you're going to Oak Cliff.
Were you living in the same apartments that you were on November 11th, 2020?
Yes.
How long had you been in those apartments from November 11th, 2020? Like, when did you move into those apartments?
I don't remember. I know my lease wasn't up. I had to move and everything happened, so I know it wasn't a long time that I was over there.
But you were there in July 2020?
Yes.
Is that the only place that MO3 or Momo would come visit you?
Yes.
And how would you describe your feelings toward MO3?
I liked him. We was friends.
Did you love him?
I had love for him, yes. I wasn't in love.
And When you and MO3 were dating, how many times would he come over to your house?
We had just started dating, so he probably he came to my house several times.
Was less than 5?
No, it was more than 5.
Less than 10?
I don't recall.
You don't recall?
No,
Was he coming over your house like once a week?
I don't recall. No, I don't think so. It wasn't once a week.
How many times do you think you saw MO3 during the time y'all were dating?
I saw him often.
Where the jury can have an understanding, what is often?
I don't recall.
Did you see him more than once a month?
Yes,
Did you see him more than twice a month?
maybe. It was only 3 months that we was talking.
Is it 3 months or 4 months?
I said I didn't recall earlier. I said between 3 and 4 months.
And when he would come over to your house, what cars would he drive?
He would drive a Corvette.
Did he drive any other cars?
I had only seen him in a Corvette.
Do you remember that he was in a brown Honda Accord the day of November 11, 2020?
I said earlier I didn't recall. I don't remember seeing that car.
When you said that you live in an apartment complex that you have to put a decal on the car where it won't get towed, I imagine, correct?
Correct.
What is that process you would have to go through?
You would have to put the license plate number in.
And would you have like decals in your house that you would have to go out put the license plate in yourself, or would you have to actually go to the office to get a decal?
It's the online system, so the person would actually just send the license plate, their license plate number, and you put their license plate number in, so to register their vehicle so it would get towed.
And you remember you had to do that day, right?
Correct.
Okay, so he wasn't in the black car that day, right?
I got his license plate number, so I don't recall what car he was in.
And do you remember that on November 9th or 10th he was in California?
Yes.
And he had texted you and said, hey, I want to come over.
Yes.
And he needed your address, right?
Correct. I don't recall him asking for my address. I don't remember.
Okay. You don't remember telling the officers that I had to text him my address?
It's been so long ago. I don't remember. No, I don't.
Would it surprise you that you had to text him your address?
I mean, I wouldn't expect him to know about heart. He wasn't from that side of town, so it wouldn't.
Okay, so he didn't come see you that often?
He wasn't from that side of town.
And, well, if you would agree with me that someone that came to see you often would probably wouldn't need your address, right?
I would assume if he was leaving from the airport that he would if he was in California. So that could be why he asked for my address.
Do you know what airport he arrived in?
No, I don't. I knew he was flying in from California. He said that he was coming to my home. So maybe that's why he asked for my address.
And you arrived at your house about 1 p.m., right?
I don't remember. I think it was even earlier than that.
Now, during this time, just kind of going back with your relationship with him, were you the only person who was dating?
I don't recall. I didn't ask.
But you have been on, you don't know if you're the only person who was dating.
No.
Isn't it true he was dating multiple women?
He could have been. He's the artist. He could have been.
Isn't it true that you have actually had some interactions or heard that you actually had some interactions with some of those women who was dating?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to relevancy.
Same. What relevance is this?
Your Honor, she's given that aspect that she was like the only person that he was dating and no one else knew her address and stuff. And Your Honor, as it relates to your relationship, you've been on different internet sites, right? And different podcasts.
Yes.
Okay. And you talked about your relationship with MO3, right?
Correct.
And you talked about how you and him were, you described your relationship in various ways. Is that true to say?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you and him were hanging out on, and let's talk about Devin, the whole parenting. Devin was trying to be in his children's life, right?
Devin was trying to be in his children's life when it was convenient for him.
And you and Devin had dated for quite some time.
Yes.
And you would say that it wasn't the best feelings, like y'all wasn't, you weren't cordial, right?
We had got to some point in the relationship where we were cordial.
But he had you blocked and you had him blocked at times, right?
He had me blocked when we would get into arguments, yes.
And you said you had been blocked on his phone since September 2020?
Yes.
Did you have him blocked?
No.
And he still had the ability to talk to his children on their phone, right?
Correct.
And there were times that, as you just indicated to the prosecutor, you don't know when he was talking to your children.
Right.
And you don't know if he was talking to them every day, do you?
I didn't ask. That's their relationship with their father. So that's why they had a phone.
So you don't know what type of special relationship or love your children had for Debbie, do you?
I do.
They love their father, right?
Right.
In fact, you would agree with me that a child who doesn't like their father or doesn't like a parent wouldn't want to go to lunch with them, right?
Say the question again.
A child
No problem.
that doesn't like,
Your Honor, reject his speculation.
Overruled.
a child that doesn't like their parent or father would not want to go to lunch with them, right?
All right.
But your son Trey wanted to go to lunch with them on November 11th, right?
Correct.
You may approach the court reporter for evidence. And you said MO3 got to your house about 1 p.m. on November 10th, right?
I said I didn't recall. It could have been earlier than that.
But he was there in the early afternoon. Is that right?
I don't recall.
I'm showing you State's Exhibit 838 that's been admitted into evidence. And this is a screenshot of your son's phone that you have taken and given to the detective, correct?
Correct.
All right. And it just has your son talking to his dad at 6:35 p.m. for 14 seconds, right?
Yes.
And how old was your son at the time?
He was 8 years old.
He had just celebrated a birthday, right?
No.
When was his birthday?
My youngest son had just celebrated a birthday.
Okay. And your youngest
Oh, no. My oldest son did just celebrate a birthday. His birthday was November 1st. I'm sorry.
And when is your youngest son's birthday?
September 18th.
And then I'm showing you Exhibit 839 that's been admitted to evidence, and it's a phone call from 6:36, 6:54, and 6:57, right? And they're all income, correct?
Yes.
And that's Devin Brown to your son, right?
Correct.
All right. And then on November 11th, there's a phone call at 10:48 a.m., correct?
Yes.
10:49 a.m., right?
Correct.
And 11:21.
Correct.
Now, MO3 had spent the night at your house, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how many bedrooms did you have?
I had two.
Who all lived with you?
Me and my kids.
And your kids were in one part of the house, and you were in another part of the apartment, correct?
Yes.
And where was MO3 the entire time he was taking place?
In my room.
In your bedroom?
Yes.
In fact, I think the attorney again, 836, admitted into evidence, state's exhibit. And your son is texting you, can I get some Roblox, right?
Yes.
And that's at 2:39 on November 10th. Is it fair to say that MO3 was already at your house?
Yes.
All right. And same day at 2:39, you said not yet. Can you tell the jury what is Roblox?
Robux.
Roblox.
It's like a kid game.
Okay.
They ask for Robux, I guess.
And he said no, not. You said no, not yet. And then your son turns around and says, "Okay, when you're done."
Yes.
Are you in your room then?
Right.
Are you with MO3 then? Okay. And you turn around and say, "Yeah." Is that right? I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Okay. And then sometimes later on at 8:58 p.m. that night, there's like a "okay, sunshine, okay," from a conversation at 2:40. Is anything deleted between here and there? Between those
No, it
conversations?
could have been a delayed message.
Okay. And he texts you at 8:58 and says, "Good night, love you."
Right.
Is that right? And you text back and says, "Good night, I love you too." Are you in your bedroom at that time?
Yeah.
And are you still with MO3 in the bedroom?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're going to go to 11:10's, said something is read.
That's him reacting to the message, I believe.
Okay, and 8:59 on November 10, 2020, he said okay again, right? So we're going to November 11th, 2020. At 10:54, your son says, can daddy get us something to eat, get something to eat or something, right? Basically, he wants to go to eat with his father.
Yeah.
Okay. And you say no, right?
Yeah. No.
Okay. And it's fair to say MO3 is still there.
Huh?
MO3 is still at your house on November 10th.
You're asking me that?
Yes.
Was he? Yeah, he was still there.
Okay. And you're still in the bedroom with MO3, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And he texts back at 10:58 a.m. and says, okay. Then he writes back at 11:09, can I get breakfast? And that's pretty much, is he's trying to say, can you go in the kitchen and get some food then?
Yes.
Okay. And you write back and say, yeah. Is that true?
True.
Okay. And he turns back and says, okay. Is that right?
Right.
And then, let's go with this. You said, do your work. That's what you're telling me, right? And that's on November 11th at 11:23, but he doesn't read it till 11:46. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. On November 11th, November 10th, that was a Tuesday and Wednesday, right?
Correct.
Were your children in school then?
Virtually, it was COVID.
It was COVID. Okay. And on those particular days, they could leave out, right? They could leave school.
They was in school virtually, so they were doing virtual work on their tablet.
Okay. And And your son's birthday was November 1st, right?
Right.
Do you recall having a birthday party for your son?
No.
Do you recall MO3 wanting to come to a birthday party if he had it?
That was my youngest son, Duke,
Okay.
in September.
And he wanted to come to make Devin mad, right?
Yeah,
And you didn't think that was best, right?
correct.
Did he come to your youngest son's birthday party?
He ended up showing up.
Was Devin there?
No.
But he came to, and he told you to make,
He showed up. I told him that he couldn't come, and he showed up. I don't even know how he knew where I was at. He showed up to the party.
who showed up?
Melvin.
And you didn't want him to be there.
I told him that he couldn't come to my son's party because of my son's dad affiliation with Yellow Beaksy and his friends.
No responsive.
Oh,
Can she finish answering it without an interruption?
I
Your Honor?
think she did.
Okay.
So when, it's fair to say, now who bought these cell phones for your children?
I did.
Okay. And in some of your text messages with Devin, didn't you say, hey, look, you only see them 3 weeks at a time?
I told him that he only sees them when it's convenient for him. Yes, correct.
Okay. So it's not uncommon or that Devin is in your son's or your children's life, right?
He was in their life. It was just when it was convenient for him.
Okay. And so it wouldn't be uncommon for him to want to spend time with them, right?
It was uncommon because it was on a random Wednesday in the morning, and I know my child's father, and that was random.
Now there was a time that MO3 had posted a picture on Facebook of your son wearing his jersey. Is that right?
A video, yes.
A video. And when did this occur?
This occurred before my youngest son's birthday, when he wanted to come to the party.
And he was doing this to antagonize Devin, wasn't he?
I don't know what he was doing it for. I felt like it was.
You felt like MO3 was antagonizing Devin?
I don't feel like it was to antagonize him. I feel like it was to, I guess, show that he was talking to me. I don't know. But at that time, I did feel like it was a pick.
And you talked about you have a moment, Your Honor?
Yes.
On the text messages and stations of 1135, that was admitted to evidence. You and Devin are going back and forth with conversation, right? Is that fair to say?
Can I see it?
Well, Mr. Witness, in fact, I'll do better than that. I'll just post it.
What is the business?
1136 to 1135.
Oh, yeah.
Is it fair to say, how would you describe your parenting skills? Do you think you do well in co-parenting?
Not with him, no.
Okay. In fact, when he doesn't do anything you like, you start threatening him like you're not going to see your kids, right?
He wasn't going to see my kids because he was trying to see them when it's convenient for him.
Okay. Well, my question to you, ma'am, is that when he doesn't do something you like, you threaten him and say you will never see your kids, right?
No.
You didn't say that in any of these text messages?
He hadn't seen my kids in probably 2 months. So that's why I was seeing it in those text messages.
Okay, he hadn't seen your kid in 2 months as of November.
As of September, when the video was posted, I was blocked, and he hadn't been seeing my kids. So that's why as you see on the messages, that's why I was talking to him the way that I was, because you're not gonna see my kids when it's convenient for you.
Okay. And you understand those are his kids too?
Huh?
You understand those are his children?
I understand that, but they're my children and my job is to protect my kids, and no one is gonna run in and out their life when it's convenient for them.
Okay. And to the point that even when your children want to see him, you say no.
To the point that my kids were in school virtually, and it was on a random Wednesday, yes, I said no.
I think the state is showing you this States at 11:35, your text messages with him. It's you doing most of the talking, right?
Yes.
Okay. And he's basically said, hey, look, we can go through. He knows that on 11/11/2020, you're talking about you're so childish and bitter, you don't even pay for haircuts, right?
Yes.
All right. And then he said, I'm going to show you, right?
Correct.
Okay. And he says, my kids won't have respect for women when they get older. Why do you think he said that?
Your Honor, I'm going to object to cultural speculation.
Sustained.
Well, how about this? This was the day that you had been in the bedroom with MO3 from November 10th to November 11th. Isn't that right?
Correct. We had started arguing.
Objection, no responsive, Your Honor.
Sustained.
And then you write back at some point and said, oh, my kids are dead, right?
Yep.
And you write back, you dead, bitch,
Yeah.
right? And right here he says, can you read that for the jury? Can you read what you wrote?
Lame ass bitch, you having my kids around motherfuckers knowing something like this can happen, knowing it's beef out here in the city. I really don't understand. You think you're so smart, you dumb as fuck. That could have been my kids, you stupid hoe. I never gave a fuck about you or anything you do or who you do it with. I just prayed my kids safe because your dumb ass keep them around some mess. Bitch, they could have been killed and got the nerve to try to put this shit on me. Fuck you and everything you stand for is up, I promise.
You testified earlier that MO3 had been in some beefs, right?
Correct.
Okay. You would agree with me, a father would want to protect his kids, right?
Right.
And by having MO3 over your house, that could be a safety issue, right?
Yeah, you can say that, yeah.
And you knew conflict existed between MO3 and a number of people in Dallas, right?
I knew that conflict existed, but I didn't really get into it, so I don't really think that I knew the depths of it.
Where did you and were you seeing anybody else during this time?
No.
So MO3 was the only person you were seeing.
Correct.
And do you know if Devin really did Devin want to be back with you?
No. I don't. Me and my kid's father didn't have a good relationship. I don't think that he wanted to be back with me. He was actually in a relationship himself. He had a girlfriend at the time.
But it's true that he didn't like MO3 being over your house with his children. Is that right? Yes or no?
He didn't know, from my knowledge, I didn't know that he knew MO3 was at my house until the video was posted. He never acknowledged it to me.
Not responsive, Your Honor.
He never acknowledged to me that anything about Melvin, even after the video was posted. I didn't talk to him. I was blocked. So there was never a conversation between us about him being in my home until the day that we were showing messages.
Another question.
Okay. So you didn't talk to
I didn't talk to Devin.
You
Devin
didn't talk
didn't
to
know. Yeah.
But you would talk to Devin on your son's phone, right?
I wasn't communicating with him.
Okay. But answer my question, yes or no. On November 11th, you
Yeah.
were talking to Devin on your son's phone, right?
Correct.
In fact, y'all were having an argument, right?
Correct.
And you were having an argument about him seeing his children, right?
Correct.
And MO3 was still at your house in the midst of this argument, right?
I think that he was gone during that time.
Do you remember telling the police officers that he left in the midst of your argument with Devin?
No. I don't recall.
And you've listened to some of MO3's lyrics, right?
Correct.
And you know, in fact, you said that sometimes he carries a gun.
I didn't say that.
Okay. You never told the prosecutors that sometimes he has a gun with him?
I don't remember it.
You don't remember that?
Mm-mm.
You've seen pictures with him with a gun, right?
Yeah. Videos, yeah.
And you've listened to his rap lyrics, right?
Correct.
And in his rap lyrics, he talks about shooting people, right?
Yeah.
And he talks about having a feud with people, right?
Correct.
And he actually talks about there's a feud with Trap Boy Freddy going on, right?
And Yellow Beastie, yeah.
Objection, non-responsive. No.
Sustained.
Ask the jury to disregard.
The jury will disregard that last comment from those.
So, ma'am, just answer my question as I ask it, right? You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you knew MO3 before he even got there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so you're familiar. In fact, you said, or have said that he allowed you to listen to some music of his before anyone else, right?
Correct.
All right. So you understand that many of his songs were not about church music, right?
I understand that, yes.
Okay. And a lot of his songs were threatening people, right?
Correct.
And what he was going to do to people, correct?
Correct.
And some of his songs talked about things that have happened in the past to people. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, any more questions?
You may. Ms. McIntosh, we have any
Yes, John.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, would y'all like a short 15-minute break at this time?
Yes.
Let's do that. Let's come back at 10:45.
All right.
What kind of break we on? What kind of break we on, y'all? What's up to y'all? Shout out to y'all. Super duper salute. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. How long is this break? Anybody got any updates on the break? How long is the break we on? What we got going? How long is the break we on, y'all? What's up with it? I see y'all in the chat. Shout out to y'all, the most aggravating chat in the game, most appreciated chat in the world. Hold on. Let's just go ahead and get right to the top 10. How about we do that? Let's just get right to the top 10. The top 10. Let's go. Shout out to y'all. First and foremost, number 1, we got Mod James. Number 2, we got the Cooks 256. Number 3, we got Damo_1. Number 4, we got Carl Mitchell 9127. Number 5, we got Mike. Number 6, we got Slim Jones McGeezy. Number 7, we got Peasy NQZ. Number 8, we got Mr. G Fetty in the mother effing building. Number 9, we got Life of a Dump Truck. Okay, for sure. And number 10, we got IBM Trap Star World. Let's go. Super duper salute to y'all, the top 10. But then number 11 and 12, honorable mention, only because I see him is usually number 11. We got Money with 2 Q's in the middle. And we got Tangela Chapman. Let's go. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. How everybody doing, man? How long is the break we on? Anybody know? Anybody know? This is day 2 of the Kewon White trial for the murder of MO3. It's been wild. Josie Banks has so far been the star witness. Money Maya. What's up with y'all? Hold on. Let's do this. Let's do this real quick. Let's go here. What's going on with Keefe D trial? What time they starting today, guys? Oh, they're not starting no time soon. All right, cool. Okay, cool. Hold on. Yeah, we'll be right back. Okay, I see you in the chat. Mel says, I think 15 minutes. Hold on. Shout out to the mods, man. Super duper salute. The mods, man. Oh, alarm going on. Look, I'm recording. No! All right. My bad, y'all. A lot going on. What's up, the Cooks? That's 2 days ago. Who has the most recent update? He's here. Let's go ahead.
Oh my gosh, what an insane day at the Dirk trial. It was absolutely wild. It didn't play out. Oh my God, it is crazy. So look, I know what you're all here for, and we're just going to get straight to it, all right? OTF Jam took the stand. I've got all of my notes from court today. Another name of Lamron when they were kids, but it never took off until Dirk popularized it with his music. They said Dirk, Chief Keef, and Rondo No. 9 popularized the phrase only the family, but it was just another phrase for Lamron 300. He said they all claimed OTF, all right? They were kind of all showing love to OTF. Obviously, when you know the whole story now, Chief Keef hates OTF, right? He's probably loving all of these updates. If Chief Keef's watching this one, come on, man. Shout out, But
Hold on.
Anyway, the judge basically went on to kind of make some clarifications to the jury. Said, look,
We back. Look at Kewon White. Kewon White, Hernandez Govan looking ass. Oh, Cooks, I can't play no music, bro. We get struck. Can't do none of that. Copyright.
All right.
Hold on. I like this court angle a little better.
The jurors are present and seated, and the defense will still in the process of cross-examining Ms. Jackson.
This one louder. This is second ahead, but this louder. So we going with this one.
The jurors are present and seated, and the defense will still in the process of cross-examining Ms. Jackson. Last question, what objection that you make?
Yeah, OTF Jam went crazy on that stand. He dropped 80. I'm finna mute up, y'all. Let's get back to it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you recognize those photographs?
I recognize this one.
Which one did you not recognize?
I recognize that one.
She said she recognized 3 and 4 on them.
Okay.
I recognize these. And I don't recognize this one.
Okay. And do you recognize Defendant's Exhibit 2 to be who the person is in Defendant's Exhibit 2?
Yes,
And who is that?
that's Melvin Noble.
Okay, and who's in Defendant's Exhibit 1?
Melvin Noble.
And in Defendants 3 through 6 is who?
I'm sorry.
Defendants 3 through 6, who is that in the photographs?
Which one is it? Right here?
3, 4, and 5, 6. Who's in the photograph?
This is Melvin.
Melvin Noble?
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
let's talk about which particular exhibit she's talking about.
Okay.
Who's in 3?
He's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Your Honor.
he's
In
the
all
same
of them.
person. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
And do you believe this would aid the jury in making a determination in this case?
I assume.
Yes. Okay. And Mrs. Noble, you knew Melvin, right?
Miss Jackson.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. You knew Melvin, right?
Yes.
And you knew him for at least 3 years, right? How old was he when he passed?
I think he was 28.
28 years old?
Yeah.
Okay. And you knew him before he made his first song, right? Or when he was making his albums, you knew him?
Yes.
Okay. And had you seen these pictures before?
I haven't seen it. Some of the pictures I haven't seen, no.
Okay, but you recognize who is in the photo?
Yes, I recognize who's in the photo.
Okay. At this time, Your Honor, I'll go to evidence Defendants Exhibit 1 through 6.
Which photos did she not recognize? I wasn't completely clear.
I mean, she recognized that all of them are of Melvin Road. 1 through 6.
Okay.
May I attract your relevancy?
What's the relevance of those photos? Like, what are they supposed to depict?
And I would ask the court to review the photos also.
Right. I thought it was fun. The witnesses talked about his rap songs and shootings. They talked about Hugo Persona, he's a family man, and talked about how he was trying to antagonize Devin, that he had guns, and that how she was trying to protect her kids from him. But this is a situation where, given the light of how they explained this to the jury, we would like an opportunity to show them inside.
Well, I
Right.
think she's already testified that she's seen the videos with guns and the kind of rap. This is not, this is more prejudicial than not. It doesn't,
Prejudicial to who?
They dropping
this is not-
locations,
what do you-
getting
what-
it done.
approach.
Man, they're approaching again. All right, y'all see what's going on? Y'all see what's going on? They approaching the bench, all kind of stuff, man. Just stay locked in. We don't respond to shit. Oh. Ace Town in the chat. Slim John, who he called that man? Jammy the Bull. How y'all feel, man? How y'all feeling? When it comes to Jossie Banks, Jossie, whatever her name is, how y'all feeling? Guilty? Is she up there being facetious? Is she holding back information? What's going on, y'all? Free them, keep them. What we doing? How y'all feeling? Oh, they saying Dirk is done. The cook says Dirk is done. Mark James, LTF Jam went all-star mode yesterday. Wow. Definitely did. XO Mel says, keep the guys, do your time, and do it proud. Man, hey, keep the guys, man. Keep the guys. All right, they about to get back to it.
Objections and will not admit defense exhibits 1 through 6.
What'd she say? Pass the witness?
Court finds them irrelevant at this point.
Ms. Jackson, I think there's been some discussion about where your house is located, or who knew about your location, right?
Correct.
All right. And you don't know if Melvin Noble told anybody where you live, do you?
From my knowledge, no.
But you knew Rainwater knew where you live, right?
I didn't know Rainwater knew where I lived until after, from online.
But do you remember telling someone on a podcast, Rainwater, that Melvin Noble talked to Rainwater while he was at your location? Right?
Yes.
And he told Rainwater where you were, right?
He told Rainwater that he was at my house, yes.
Okay. And you have later found out that Rainwater knew exactly where you lived, right?
I think Rainwater said that he knew where I lived. So I think, yes, I did. But at the time, no, I didn't know that he knew when we was talking.
And it's fair to say that if you didn't know that Rainwater knew where you live, you really don't know who had your address, right? Yes or no?
No.
And you don't know who Melvin Noble told where he was going to visit, where he was going to see you, right? Or what address he was going to. Do you? You don't know
No,
that?
I don't know that. Mm-mm.
And you had other visitors at your house, right?
Correct.
How many times has Devin been to your house?
He didn't come to my house often. He didn't come in my house. It wasn't a he come in my house thing. He'll come to my house to pick up my boys. That was it.
And speaking of which, Melvin Noble would buy you gifts, right?
No.
Would he give you money?
Yes.
Okay, how much money would he give you sometimes?
A lot. I don't recall. It was a lot, probably thousands. I don't know.
And he would help you with your bills?
He would give me money.
Okay.
I wouldn't necessarily say he was helping me with my bills.
Well,
I had a job.
okay. Where were you working at the time?
I was doing medical insurance for Cardinal Health.
Were you off on that November 10th and November 11th, that Tuesday and Wednesday?
Yes.
And he would give you thousands at a time. So it's fair to say that you had some type of loyalty to Melvin, right?
Yes.
You were benefiting from him, right?
I just where the question on?
I'm asking where you benefiting.
That's not why I had loyalty towards him. I just had loyalty towards him.
So when Devin Brown wanted to come pick up his son, you knew that MO3 was there, right?
Yeah.
And MO3 wouldn't like that, right?
He actually told me to let them go with him when he asked.
The same man that wanted to post a picture and antagonize your baby daddy, right?
Yes.
Devin is the same man that said, come let him get his son.
Yeah, he said let him go. With that attitude, get breakfast. And I said no.
And let's spend a little time on Rainwater. Who is Rainwater?
He's Melvin's manager.
And, or was his manager? And Brandon, his name is Brandon Rainwater, correct?
Correct.
All right. And how long have you been MO3's or Melvin's manager?
I didn't know Rainwater when me and Melvin was talking. I learned about him after the passing.
You have had conversations with Mr. Noble about Rainwater, right?
I had a conversation with him about Rainwater the day before he passed away.
And Melvin Noble, Momo, was very upset with Rainwater. Is that correct?
He wasn't very upset with him. He just said they had an argument when they was in California.
So much of the fact that he wanted to come back home, correct?
No, so much in fact that he wanted to punch him.
Okay. So someone wanting to punch him doesn't mean that you're upset with that person?
He was upset, but they wasn't on bad terms. From my knowledge, he wasn't upset to where he was like, I'm gonna fire him. I don't want him to be my manager no more. It wasn't that upset. They just had a little spat, I guess.
Isn't it true that Melvin Noble wanted to hire Gotti to be his manager?
Objection, you're saying?
You know,
He didn't want to hire Gotti to be his manager. He was going to switch his label. He told me that there was a possibility that he was going to switch his label.
and to your understanding, your personal knowledge, if he hired Gotti, he didn't need Rainwater, right?
Not to my knowledge, I don't know. I'm not in the music business, so I don't know.
You don't remember being on a podcast saying rainwater, if he hired God, he didn't need rainwater?
No,
No, you don't remember being on that podcast saying that on live from the track talk? I was the last girl with MO3? Or no, you don't know?
no, I don't remember saying it.
And you, in the past, referred to rainwater as a snake, right?
Correct.
And you referred to rainwater as an instigator, right?
Correct.
And you said that rainwater created controversy to promote sales, right?
Correct.
All right, and that was to promote the sales of Melvin Noble?
That was what he told me.
Okay. And when you say he told you that?
That's what Melvin told me. That was how they promoted their music.
Is that rainwater was promoted this controversy where people would like the music and buy the music, right?
Correct.
And you refer to rainwater as a hater, right?
I don't recall referring to him as a hater.
Okay. And there again on the live from the track hop, I was the last girl with MO3, and I'm telling everything. You don't recall saying that rainwater was a hater?
No.
And it's fair to say you don't like rainwater, do you?
I don't like his character.
Okay. And within 24 hours of Melvin Noble dying, you and Rainwater on the phone, right?
Yes.
So you knew Rainwater before Melvin Noble died, right?
No.
How did you get on the phone with Rainwater?
I don't recall.
Isn't it true that Rainwater, there was a video that one of your neighbors had, is that right?
Correct.
And it was a video of your parking lot, right?
Correct.
Isn't it true that Rainwater came to your apartment complex and tried to get that video?
That's what I heard. That's what he said.
Okay. Did you try to get that video as well?
I told the detectives that there was a camera.
Okay.
So I didn't try to get the video. I told them there was a camera in my neighbor's window.
And who is Youngster? And that's YOUNGSTA. Who is that?
I don't know.
You don't recall having a conversation on a podcast talking about Youngster?
Your Honor,
I don't know.
Your Honor, improper impeachment.
Overruled.
And you spoke with Rainwater right after Melvin Noble died, within 24 hours, right?
Correct.
All right. Now, who called who?
I believe I called him.
Okay. And how did you get his number?
I don't remember how I got Rainwater number. It probably was from someone on social. I think he had his page up on Instagram, and he had his number on Instagram, and that's how I got his number.
And you know from the conversation that MO3 had at your house that night that Rainwater knew where he was going, right?
Correct.
And is it fair to say that you don't like Rainwater?
I don't like his character.
Okay. And you testified
Oh, what happened to the court feed? What happened to the courtroom feed? Uh-oh. It's the same thing on every channel, guys. Uh-oh. I got y'all. What's her name? Hold on, Sheikah. Hold on, guys. What's going on? We done lost the court feed. Where is it? I found it the other day. Where's Judge Sheikah? Let's try Fox 26. Nope. Oh my God. What's going on, y'all? Damn, they ended theirs. Hold on, y'all. We got it. Let me find the judge's channel.
This video, but I will.
The sound on here is horrible.
Being on Ratchet TV.
But this all we got for now. Oh, did it stop too?
Okay.
Improper impeachment, if she's going to try to impeach her with a video, she has to refresh her recollection and let her review the video.
That's all we got for now, y'all.
That she might have said on it, either acknowledge them or not acknowledge them.
Well, yeah, I know we can take a break and I can watch the video.
That's what the law requires, Sean.
Wow, what happened?
And I'm also going to object.
She's not unequivocally saying that she does not remember being on Ratchet TV. Do you remember being on Ratchet TV?
Yes.
Okay.
This was the best part.
These are interviews that were done well after the murder in this case. And so I'm objecting also based off of relevance to anything that was done on podcast.
It still goes to our presence and suppression of her and still relevant as to what she was thinking that day and what was going on.
Years after the offense, her present sense impression, I'm going to object again to relevance.
This was regarding a purse.
Yes, Sean.
What's the relevance of that?
The MO3 was making lyrics and antagonized Devin.
That sound is low. I got y'all. I'm gonna turn them up. We gonna keep it going. We gonna keep it going.
Your Honor, I'm also going to object to relevance. These are interviews that were done well after the murder in this case.
There we
So
go.
I'm objecting also based off of relevance to anything that's done on podcast.
It still goes to our presence and suppression and still relevant as to what she was thinking that day and what was going on.
Years after the offense, her present sense impression, I'm going to object again to relevance.
This was regarding a purse.
We missed a lot, but we back, y'all.
The MO3 was making lyrics and antagonized Devin.
Devin didn't. I'll wait.
He was in a rap song, Money Money.
Go ahead. Your objection's overruled. Go ahead.
Do you remember being on Ratchet TV?
I remember.
Okay. And do you remember discussing the song Money Money?
Yes.
Okay. In fact, you've heard Money Money before, is that right?
I've heard a little bit of it, but I don't never heard the full song.
fact, y'all, Money Maya is a girl that set up people.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what it says in the song. That's what I've heard. Yeah.
Okay. And y'all even kind of joked about you being a Money Maya, right?
Who?
On Ratchet TV.
I never joked about nothing.
Same amount you would be talking on the phone with us, or going to do something with your mama. Or,
In that song,
you know,
Melvin Noble talks about how he bought a purse and
Go
a
back.
daddy
Go
right?
back.
Pretty sure you bought a lot of girl purses.
What do you even say?
Now, as it relates to you being in court today,
Yes,
you said you didn't want to be here, right?
correct.
Okay. And isn't it true that you said, like, I don't give an F about this case?
Yes, that's very true.
Okay. And isn't it true that you said, and you just made a,
Pretty much.
you just made a, and did you feel like Melvin Noble talked a lot of mess and kept up a lot of mess in the city?
Yes,
And with that, he created a lot of enemies. Is that right?
he didn't have, the enemies that he had is the enemies that I know. I don't know any other enemies.
And you referred to Melvin Noble as not being a saint, right?
Correct,
In fact, you said he was not a MF saint, right?
correct.
And you talked about his manager, Rainwater, right?
Yes,
And you didn't have great things to say about Rainwater, right?
correct.
And you and his, well, how many baby mothers or mothers of children does he have?
I believe 3.
And at some point, you and one of his children's mothers were going back and forth. Is that right?
Objection to relevance, Your Honor.
What's the relevance of this?
Your Honor, as it relates to, how long?
Thank you.
And you just made a post not too long ago, a couple days ago, about this case, right?
Yes,
Okay. And that post was not in good standing with, really just told her that you just don't really want to be here, you don't give a damn, right?
I have been harassed and accused of setting up Melvin Nobles for 6 years. So yes, and also been harassed by one of his kids' mothers that went online saying that I set him up. So yeah, I did feel that way. I do feel that way. I don't like a picture of people painting me to set people up. I don't set people up. I'm not a Money Maya. I don't know who Money Maya is. That's not me. So yes, I made a post.
And you mentioned Money Maya. Money Maya is about a girl setting up people to be killed.
Correct.
And it's setting up, in fact, baby daddies to be killed. Is that correct?
I guess.
Correct.
I don't know.
Well, let's talk about what you don't know, okay? You don't know what happened, personal knowledge, what happened after Melvin Noble left your house, right?
Correct.
And you don't know if anyone paid Kewon White to kill Melvin Noble, right?
No.
And you don't have any personal knowledge of who shot and killed Kewon, Melvin Noble, right?
Right.
And you've never heard Kewon White threaten Momo?
I don't know Kewon White.
Okay. And you've never heard Melvin Noble mention Kewon White, have you?
Correct.
And you talked about your relationship with, so it's fair to say you don't, after Melvin Noble left your house, you don't know anything after that, right?
Correct.
As it relates to his death. Is that right?
Correct.
And when Melvin Noble left your house, he had approximately $30,000 on him, right?
I don't know.
Did he give you any money that day?
I think you did, yeah.
How much money did he give you?
I don't recall.
And when he left your house, you didn't walk him to the door, did you?
I walked him to the door.
Okay, you didn't walk him outside, did you?
No.
Because you were still on the phone with Devin, right?
I don't think he was there when I was arguing with my kids' dad. I think he had already left.
Do you remember telling law enforcement that you were on the phone with Devin Brown when Melvin Noble left?
No. I don't recall.
Yeah, may I have a minute?
Yes.
And just where we, and how many times have you met with the prosecutors about this case?
Twice.
Twice?
Yes.
How many times have you talked on the phone with them?
Not many. I really haven't had any communication with them like that. I wasn't open to doing it.
And how many times did you meet with the detective or detectives on this case?
Not a lot. I didn't meet with them a lot.
You met with them at least twice, right?
Yeah.
You met with the prosecutors, you said twice,
Correct.
and they talked on the phone with you, correct?
Correct.
And what information did you review to, or did you review any information for your testimony today?
I reviewed my messages that was sent.
The text messages that the state has introduced?
Correct.
Go to my person witness.
You may.
Just a couple more questions. Right. And you mentioned the text messages. It states it's at 11:35. And the state brought out, this is after Melvin Noble has been declared deceased on 11/11, right? And you're going back and forth with Devin Brown, right?
Correct.
Okay. And I'm just going to go through them again. Because this is you in the blue, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And on November 12, 2020, you say you really got folks thinking I got something to do with this. I hope they kill your bitch ass. And I'm just repeating what you said. For real, on my kids, right?
Yeah.
All right. And then on 11/12/2020 at 5:23, you called my son the day before after asking for him. I hope they smoke your dirty ass, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he's not responding. He's not responding to you. Is that right?
He's not responding.
Okay. And on 11/12/2020 and 5:23, you're texting again. You can never see my kids again on God himself ever on my life. I don't forgive you. I hope they kill you. Right? Then on November 12, 2020 at 5:50 time afterwards, you're texting, you did that for what? To fit in, to be accepted by some niggas who don't care about you. That's messed up, right? Messed up,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
And then 11/12/2020 at 5:57, you know better, you know you wrong, bro, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or wrong too. He's not responding to you, right?
Right.
11/12/2020 at 5:57, you said, hurt me for real, on my kids, you wrong, right?
Correct.
He didn't respond, right?
Right.
Okay. On 11/12/2020 at 6:35, you said, you're so bitter and miserable,
Correct.
right? He didn't respond. Devin didn't respond, right?
Correct.
Okay. Then you write back 11/12/2020 at 6:35, my kids will never see you again,
Correct.
right? And he didn't respond either, right?
Right.
Then you write back at 11/12/2020 at 8:04, you wrong, bro, you so wrong, right? No response.
Yeah.
And then you write back on 11/12/2020 and say why, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And all these text messages, it says read, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that means he's getting them and he's reading them, right?
Yeah.
And he's not responding to you, right?
Correct.
And you contacting the police because Devin contacted your son a few times on November 10th and a few times on November 11th, said made you, you thought it was fishy, right?
I
Yes
asked
or
my
no?
son. I asked my son
Yes or
if he
no?
had called. So yes,
And you're the one going back and forth on November 12th, and he never responds, right?
correct,
And you're accusing him of something that he never admits to, right?
correct.
And just one last question. I know you said you. And it's, and as it relates to money miner, you're saying you're not money miner, or it's not a money miner.
I'm not.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Say,
Just briefly, Your Honor. Did Devin have guns?
Yes,
Now, defense brought up Trap Boy Freddy, but who else did MO3 have beef with?
Yellow Beezy.
And you also said the enemies he had were the enemies I knew. Who were those enemies?
Yellow Beezy and Trap Boy Freddy.
That's what it's on.
And he also had some dissension with Rainwater, right?
He didn't have beef with Rainwater.
Okay. And he had beef with Devin.
He didn't. No, they don't know each other. Devin's not in the beef.
Devin Brown is not a beef.
No,
They don't have to know.
they
each
didn't
other.
have beef. That's the answer.
You agree with me? They don't personally have to know each other to have beef.
They didn't have beef. Devin is associates, friends or associates with Yellow, but Melvin did not know Devin. They don't
Okay.
have beef.
Just answer my question. You're saying they don't have to know each other to have beef. Isn't that correct?
They didn't have beef.
Mo3 posted a picture of your kids with his chains, and you're saying that he did not, and you have testified to this jury, he was trying to antagonize Devin, right?
From my knowledge, they did not have beef.
Okay, and when Mo3 was over to your house, they wanted, and your children wanted to have breakfast with their dad, you said no because Mo3 was there, right?
I said no because it was around Wednesday and I hadn't been in contact with them for months.
And on a random Wednesday, you had Mo3 at your house, locked up in your bedroom, right?
Yeah, I'm wrong.
And your kids were left in the other room, and the way they were communicating with you was through texting,
They
right?
still communicate with me that way to this day.
And when you talk about these feuds that you don't know. You just said Yellow Beezy and Trap Boy Freddy, right?
Correct.
All right. But there were other people, correct?
I only knew Yellow Beezy and Trap Boy Freddy.
Do you recall telling someone that MO3, in fact, I think you may have told the prosecutor that MO3 never had a problem with Yellow Beezy?
No.
Oh. And is it fair to say that you've done different podcasts since MO3's dying, correct?
I've done a few, yes.
Okay. And you talked to several people, correct?
Correct.
And you said different things to different people, right?
Right.
And you told different versions of the story, right?
It's always been the same story.
Okay, you told different versions of who he had feuds with, right?
The feuds have always been with Trap Boy Freddy and Yellow Beezy. It's never been a different story.
No further questions, sir.
State,
No further from the state, Your Honor.
may this witness be released?
No objection from the state.
We would like to recall her, subject to recall her.
Thank you. You are free to step down now, but stay in touch with the state and the defense in case we decide not to recall you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. You are not to discuss your testimony with anybody. State, call your next witness.
State calls Vanessa Armenta.
Please raise your right hand for me. Do you swear that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth about you?
Yes.
Thank you.
May I proceed, Your Honor?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Good morning still. Could you please introduce yourself to this jury and spell your name for the court reporter, please?
My name is Vanessa, last name's Armenta, Vanessa, Armenta.
And Ms. Armenta, I'm pronouncing that correctly, Armenta?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for being here so early today, and I appreciate you being patient with us. You're not really excited to be here, are you?
Tired.
You're tired? Okay. Would you mind, I know you're a little soft-spoken, would you mind pulling that mic just a little bit towards you?
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Better.
Perfect. And I'm going to just start off with some simple questions just to kind of set the stage for the reason you're here. But where are you from originally? DFW, Dallas, Fort Worth?
From Dallas.
Okay. Your whole life, Dallas area?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I know it's our tendencies when we answer questions to say or
yes.
Unfortunately, this fine court reporter has to have yes or no's.
Okay.
I want to take you back to November of 2020. Where were you living in November of 2020?
An apartment complex. I forgot the name of it.
Was that the Arroyo?
The Arroyo Apartments, yes.
And what was the location of the Arroyo apartments, if you remember?
I don't remember the address, sorry.
Your Honor, may I approach?
You may.
Now, you and I have met, I believe, once.
Mm-hmm. Correct, yes.
And during our meeting, I showed you a couple of the exhibits that we might use during trial. State's Exhibit 612, a photo. State's Exhibit 613, which is a map, but it's a photo. State's Exhibit 615, which is a photo of a screen grab of a video.
Correct.
And 614, which you've reviewed as well, correct?
Correct.
And you had a chance to review these, and we've discussed as it relates to this case. Is that fair?
Yes.
And do you think these would help the jury understand your testimony here talking about the questions I have?
Yes.
Okay. State would offer 612, 613, and 614, and 615 for all purposes.
All right, would you summarize what those photos are of?
Yes, Your Honor. 612 is a aerial map photo of the Arroyo Apartments from Google Maps. 613 is the Arroyo Apartments actual map for the apartment complex. 614 is a video from Ms. Armenta's apartment at the time. 615 is a screenshot of one of the videos from her apartment during that time.
May I just take this witness briefly on MURD3R?
You may.
Ma'am, I just want to ask you very specifically about the video that I think the prosecutor was asking you about. Do you recall that?
I recall the cameras I had in my apartment and the videos that they took from
Okay.
my apartment.
When did you review those videos?
I didn't review them. The detective came and kind of told me something happened. They needed the footage.
Sorry. I just want to make sure that I'm being really clear. You have not reviewed the videos. Is that what
With,
you're saying?
Sorry.
With the prosecutor?
Correct.
When did you do that?
Probably about 2-3 months ago, 4 months ago, something around that.
Okay, and did you authenticate whatever it is that you saw on the video?
Yes.
You remembered all of that?
Mm-hmm.
And then when you looked at still pictures of it, did you recognize the still pictures?
From my video, yes.
Okay, so did you work with them in creating the still pictures?
I kind of just provided the footage to them, whatever they needed.
Okay. I don't have any further questions.
State, you may proceed. Were you objecting, or you just wanted to?
I just wanted to get clarification on that. So I'm not going to object to 6, 15, 13, or 12. Then there's no objection to, I don't know,
614.
614.
All right, this is the 612 through 615 are admitted for all purposes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Permission to publish.
You may.
Now, Ms. Armenta, the Arroyo Apartments, where is it located in Dallas?
It's right in between, I guess, Duncanville Road and Crocker Hill.
In what area of Dallas would you describe that as?
I would say Oak Cliff.
In 612, is that what we're looking at here is the apartment complex?
Correct.
The road that going from right to left across the bottom of 612, what road is that right there?
Ledbetter.
Okay. And in the middle of the photo, I have it circled, but is that the apartment complex there?
Correct. That's the entrance to the apartments and the entire complex.
And if you could, I believe on the screen to your left,
Could you notate, if you just draw in there, can you draw where your apartment was located? Okay. And so, as far as the entrance and exit into the apartment complex off of Ledbetter, can you explain to this jury, was that the only entrance and exit into the apartment complex?
Correct. One way in, one way out. That's what I liked about the complex.
Okay. And if you were heading, I guess, from right to left at the bottom of 612 on Ledbetter, it's this turn before, I guess, you get to the railroad tracks. Is that fair?
Correct. It's a bridge that right before it.
Okay. And when you come in, is there a gate, or how do you get in once you get there?
There's no gates, just drive right through.
All right. And then I'm just going to add back where you mark your apartment. So when you pull into the apartment complex, how would you describe it? Is that kind of like a middle set, and then there's an exterior set of apartments?
Correct. There's the ones in the middle. I usually would drive in, make that first right, and then my apartments will be towards the right, by the woods.
Okay. And so you take a right off of Ledbetter, you come into the apartment complex, you can either go straight or you can take a right.
Correct.
But either way, it would loop back around to that entrance off of Ledbetter.
Correct.
Now, the visitor parking, if say you had somebody wanting to come and stay, could you please mark for the jury where a visitor would park?
I believe it would be right in front of the office, so it would be around here.
Okay. And just for the record, there's, if you come in off of Ledbetter, go past that first right, there's a kind of a lot there. Is that fair?
Correct.
I'm just going to zoom in so let's see it a little bit better. This lot right here.
Yes.
They're pretty strict about towing at the Arroyo.
Yeah, in the Arroyo Apartments.
Do you remember, or sorry, going back to your apartment, if I was coming to visit you and was going to, be staying there for an extended period of time, I didn't want my car to get towed. Is there any information that you might need to give the apartment complex as it related to my license plate or the vehicle I was driving?
It's pretty much your license plate, information on the vehicle that they're driving if you're going to be staying there for a long time. I never really had many visitors. It was always just me and my daughter.
Okay. And did you live there alone just with your daughter?
Correct.
Okay. But that would be the protocol if you were having visitors to make sure they didn't get towed?
Correct.
Now, your apartment itself, were you on the first floor or the second floor?
I was on the second floor.
I'm showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 613, which I think is maybe a little bit, it's not as fun as the Google map, but does this also show kind of the entrance off of Ledbetter to where you can go right down to your apartment?
Correct, yes.
And then the second turn in, that would be the visitors parking?
Correct.
And then your apartment was in the set kind of in the middle of 613, furthest to the right.
Correct.
As far as trash pickup, is there like a special trash pickup, or did y'all have to take your trash to a dumpster or anything like that?
We would have to dump our own trash.
Okay. And when you went to from your apartment and you were located about here, where would you go to take your trash to dump it?
It's right in front of my complex, so it was right here.
Okay. Was it across the parking lot though?
Sorry, yes, it was across the parking lot.
Objection over
It was in the parking lot, but across the street.
Correct, yes, sorry, the pictures don't me off. This one don't me off.
I know it's not a great picture, that's why I was trying to help. Do you remember November 11th of 2020?
A little bit, yeah.
What do you remember
somewhat.
about that? I mean, that's almost 6 years ago. Why do you remember that day?
Because I know an incident happened, and again, it was just me and my daughter, so I was kind of scared for our safety because of what had happened.
And when you say something happened, you found out that a murder happened.
Yes, when the detective came and told me that a murder took place, and it happened from the apartment complex, I was kind of scared.
Okay. Did you end up moving?
Yes, after an incident happened, I left.
Okay. And when the detectives came, did they ask you if you had any surveillance or photos that might be useful to help them in their investigation?
He kind of just came in and told me if something had happened, if my cameras worked, because my cameras were obviously by the window, and you can kind of visibly see them there. And he asked for the footage for that day.
Okay, and you provided it to him?
Yes.
Okay. Now, there's a bunch of video.
Correct. Yeah, it goes on, it's censored, so anything that moves, anything, it will capture it.
Thank you. And so, you kind of jumped to what I was going to ask about next. It is motion censored.
Correct.
Were you able to provide them with all of the video that you had at that time?
Correct, yes.
Now, as far as your neighbors, did you know any of your neighbors that lived in the apartment complex?
I knew the couple across from me and then the one below me.
And is that Jocelyn Jackson that you knew?
Correct.
So this was, I believe it was, if we're looking at the calendar over there, a Wednesday in November. I don't want to get into too much of your personal details, but was your daughter in school?
She was just starting daycare,
Okay.
so that day I believe she was in daycare.
Okay. But not in not school age?
No.
Were you at home during the day?
Yes.
And around noon, did you hear anything or notice anything take place?
I did hear commotion.
Okay, and what was that commotion?
It was Jocelyn rushing out of her apartment with her kids.
And as far as her rushing out of her apartments, did you hear her say anything or her state, her emotional state?
I would object to the hearsay.
Your Honor, if I can respond, it would be her presence and impression of what she heard as far as an emotional state.
Lay the proper foundation.
Did you actually see Jocelyn leave the apartment complex?
The camera footage seen when she left, I just heard her yelling.
Okay. Did she sound upset?
Yes.
Okay. Could you make out even any of the words?
It was just a lot of cursing.
And seemed upset?
Correct.
Okay. I'm publishing video.mov, which comes from State's Exhibit 614. Did you know most of the vehicles that park in your apartment complex?
I was familiar with the ones that were for our unit.
All right. In State's Exhibit 614, do you recognize the cars that are out here in this video?
I recognize the Mitsubishi and the black Chevy.
Okay. Do you recognize this black Camaro that was back then?
No.
Had you ever seen it before that day?
No.
Now, as we look at State's Exhibit 614, and I believe it's only, I'm going to press play just so we can watch it one time. And we see it picked up some movement from a cat. Is that fair?
Yes.
Okay. So in 615, this is a screen grab from that camera, correct?
Yes.
And so We talked about the dumpster. You see that dumpster that you have to take your trash to?
Yes,
And where is that located in relation to your apartment?
right across from where the other units are at, towards the left.
And can you describe how the black Camaro is parked in that spot that it's located?
It's parked reversed, facing towards our unit.
It's back in looking at your apartment?
Correct.
And at the bottom of 615, you have the first car, the second car, and then what's in between the second and the third car?
That is the walkway to walk either up the stairs or to our unit.
So right by where it says 615, that would be the walkway to either your apartment or Jocelyn's?
Correct.
And that black Camaro is looking directly at the walkway to your door or her door on the first floor?
Correct.
Have you ever seen that Camaro back in that spot or any of those spots, either before or after the murder?
No.
I'll pass the witness.
Yes, ma'am. Is it Armenta or Armenta?
Armenta.
Armenta. Okay, I apologize. You said that you were familiar with all of the cars that would come and go from your apartment complex?
For our unit.
For your unit. Had you seen a Corvette there before?
No.
No, never?
It has to be a red one, now that you bring it up.
Okay, what about a tan Honda?
No.
Okay. When you were home that day, had you seen anybody leaving your apartment complex that you didn't recognize?
No, I work nights around that time, so I wouldn't be.
Okay, I'm so sorry to interrupt. You said you worked nights around that time?
Yeah, around that time I used to work nights.
Okay. I mean, I'm assuming that that means that you kind of slept during the day.
Correct.
Okay. So on November 10th, November 11th, were you kind of sleeping during the day?
That morning, yes, and then I had to wake up to take my kid to school.
Okay,
to
and then what
daycare.
time did you wake up to take the kid to school?
She has to be in by 8, so I dropped her off before then.
And then what time did you come back to your house?
Correct.
And then what time did you make it back?
She was right down the street, so within 15 minutes.
Okay, and then once you got back, what did you do?
Kind of just picked up.
You just what?
Picked up around the apartment.
Your house.
Correct.
Okay. And then did you take another nap or go back to sleep, or did you just stay up for the rest of the day until it's time to pick up your daughter?
Just stayed up. I had class. I do online classes at that time.
Okay. So on that day, did you observe any kind of tan car leaving your apartment complex?
No, not that I've seen.
Did you observe any sort of black car leaving your apartment complex?
Not that I've seen.
Did you observe, you said that you didn't see anyone that you didn't recognize leaving your apartment complex?
Correct, no. But I wasn't vigilant.
Okay, and you weren't vigilant?
As far as like looking out the window that day or anything of that sort.
Okay, and that's because it was a normal day for you?
Correct.
You had no idea what was going on?
Correct.
And it wasn't until sometime later that police officers came and asked you about your video, is that
Correct.
Right? Other than the police officers, who else asked you about the video?
That day or just
At any time?
I know Jocelyn did write me and ask me for the videos.
Okay, so Jocelyn wrote you and asked you about the videos?
Correct.
Okay. Anybody else?
No, not that I recall.
Okay. And it was to access them or get them or
Correct.
ask you to download them for her?
To send them or to ask what could be viewed on the videos.
Okay. And at that time, did you look at the videos yourself?
At that point, I had kind of turned everything in, and I just didn't want nothing to do with it, so I didn't respond to anyone, or I didn't even want to look at what was going on.
So let me just be clear. It was the police had come to get the videos, and it was after that Jocelyn sent you a message?
Correct.
Okay. Trying to see what was on the videos?
Correct.
Okay. Do you know the father of Jocelyn's children?
No.
You don't know him?
No.
You hadn't seen him?
No.
Had you seen her kids get picked up by a man before?
I've heard like altercations before,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
but never viewed.
Okay, so you said altercations before?
Correct.
Okay, between who?
I'm assuming whomever the kid's father, I guess.
Okay, was she with the kid's father?
I honestly don't know.
Okay, so was she dating anyone?
I don't know. I never knew her that way. Only whenever it would be commotion or if my kid was just stomping too loud, she'd come up and.
Okay, so you don't know, if you heard commotion, you have no idea who it was between?
Correct.
Okay, so you don't know if it was between her and her father's,
Correct.
her children's father, or her and anybody else?
Correct.
Okay, because you don't even know who that person is?
Correct.
Okay. And so once you turned everything in, you didn't have anything else to do with it?
Correct.
And you don't know anything about anything that occurred, other than something you may have been told after the fact?
Correct, and just what was on social media.
Okay. I'll pass the witness at this time.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
May this witness be released?
No objection from the state.
Defense?
No objections from the defense, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. You're free to leave. Ladies and gentlemen, it's right around noon, 11:58. Let's take a 1 hour lunch break and be back at 1 o'clock.
All right.
Yes.
Oh yeah, they'll run it up on them. They sit there and do absolutely nothing. Fuck them. Yeah, it's another channel they run. It's another channel that like fake CNN shit they run. That shit be showing clips and repeats all day, keeping D shit. It's running all night too, like 14 hours to trial over. They still running. That shit ain't nothing.
All right, what's up with the chat? Hold on, let's see where we at. Hold on. Let's see where we at. Let's go, let's go. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Give me a second, give me a second. There's quite a few things going on, so I might not be able to. Hold on, there we go. All right, there we go. Now I can see the chat. Now I can see the chat. What is y'all on? Shout out to y'all. Maud James, what up? Slim John, who? No Strays. XO Mills. KWKWK. Lil Wayne Official Vivo. Anon. Is that Boris Cyril? Hope I'm saying your name right. No disrespect. The real Viva. Mr. Pokerus. The spook who sat by the door. Willie, what up? The Remnant. Dominique Jones, what up? Chris Brown, what up? Silver Chief, what up? I'm so icing. What up? Nina Early, I see you. Mr. G Fetty. Dwayne Johnson. It's The Rock. The Cook. Aaron Jackson. I'm talking Granson Jacksons. Zay, what up? I swear it took a whole hour just to count the Jacksons. Gene Allen, what up? All right, the Cooks. Did I get the Cooks? All right, for sure. That's all the names I see right now. Somebody said free OTF Jam in the chat. Y'all wildin'. Ma J says Dirk First Sandwich gonna have jam on it. Wow. Who is Money Maya XO Mel says? She's talking about, is that the real Chris Brown? No, she's gonna. Hold on, y'all. Just in case y'all missed it, Money Maya hit the scene and went crazy today. Wow, is all I can say. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold up. Let me see something. Kendricks Bernard, what up with it? Hold on, y'all. We about to go to some of these people who got their feet out there on the ground at them courthouses. Let me see if any of these other guys are live. Let's see. Hold on, guys. They should all be live right now, right? I would assume. Let's go. We got Ratchet TV is live, it looks like. Let's see.
Shaped booty. Let's keep it a buck. Yeah. Devin Brown people jump T topics. They put hands and feet on her, and Duba bitch ass didn't do nothing to Devin for beating the shit out of his sister.
Whoa.
When Devin Brown was stomping on Jossie, did you see Duba pull up on?
Hold on. This is what I be talking about when I say other channels can get away with stuff. Like I doubt that he'll get flagged or whatever. I let that play and they get to talking crazy like that. Man, y'all know what happened over here. Y'all know the history of this channel, bro. One little thing. So I cannot allow that. Wow. He going crazy though. Shout out to him and the leniency that they give his channel. We aren't granted those privileges. Sorry.
Really like that. And y'all don't got that energy for Devin. Duba would never run up on Devin. Duba is scared of Devin. Devin used to put hands and feet on his sister, and Duba would.
Nah, I don't know nothing about all that. I just know.
Granger is a great resource for us because we know that when we need something quick.
Started talking shit. So I'm like, what the fuck is that? But yeah, I forgot all about this goddamn course. I'm over talking cash-ish. If I got banned, how did I go live from court earlier? Upstairs in courtroom 7. How did I go live in the courtroom if I was banned? Stop asking me if I got banned when I was up there earlier, y'all.
Do you remember being on?
Oh, he just
West, if you any good, you gonna get this bitch locked up.
So he not talking about anything.
The next into the apartment.
Well, these guys are out there on the scene, man. These guys usually.
6:30 this morning and did what I had to do, made my rounds, and then I went upstairs to the 7th floor, and I went live for about an hour this morning up there. We gonna get them the fuck up out of here. We don't give a fuck who it is. Just if they
there's no real information right now. Shout out to them though. Let's see if anybody else is live that has any information, man. Let's see. Let me look. Let me scour the net and see what's going on. How y'all feel though? Do y'all feel like Jossie Banks is the setup queen? You know what? It ain't ish popping. This what we gonna do. I ain't even finna waste the time because I could be getting other stuff done. As y'all see, make sure y'all follow the channel. Make sure y'all are engaging on all the videos, all the uploads, all the hard work, all the overtime that's being put in. Make sure you're engaging on the videos, liking the videos, hyping the videos, dropping a comment in the videos. I need to see more activity. I need to see more support, bro. It's a lot of videos being put up. I'm not seeing y'all looking at none of them. I'm not seeing just drop a thumbs up in the comment, drop a target in the comment, drop a little exclamation point, do something. I need to see some activity from the fam, from the networkers, for real, bro. Turn up, stop bullshitting. Anyway, we finna get up out of here. We'll be back after the rain. Looking at after lunch. Shout out to y'all. We finna get up out of here though, man. Most aggravating chat in the game, most appreciated chat in the world. Catch y'all in a minute, bro. Yo.